We've re-entered the time machine, and we have arrived at the March edition of World Class Wrestling Star Wars. It is WCCW Star Wars for the month of March, and we will crown a new NWA Brass Knuckles champion after the injury sustained to Iceman Parsons last episode. I will say this, that due to his feud with Iceman Parsons, I think it's only fitting to have Missing Link challenge for the NWA Brass Knuckles Championship. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. Del Tejas versus Missing Link. And Link gets the victory after a distraction from Gary Hart. Because why? Gary Hart does not want to see El Hijo Del Tejas get a title, let alone the Brass Knuckles Championship. Well, plans have changed tonight, as we will also be seeing an NWA Tag Team title match, as I took the NWA Tag Team Champions, Hercules Ayala and Jerry Briscoe, and brought them in for a show. And the reason why things will change is because Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers are going to become the reason why things are going to change is because them boys, the Von Erichs, are going to become the NWA Tag Team Champions. And the reason why I switched it is because I didn't like the fact that the Fantastics were relatively new in the tag team scene still, and I think it was too soon for them to win the tag team titles. That is a good question. Maybe I should put the Freebirds against. You know what? Let's scrap that for now. Let's scrap that. You know what? No, I'm not going to put the Freebirds in that match because I don't want to do Buddy versus Kevin. Like, I don't want Buddy to be the leftover member. And since Michael and Terry are to a no contest. Another draw. Brody's unhappy. Protected. Brody's still unhappy. We'll do this and cut the time. To 16 minutes instead. Plus, I mean, I only have a certain amount of time, and I'm giving a lot of the time to the Von Erichs and the Freebirds, because they're the big matches and they deserve the big ones. Michael gets the win. The reason why Michael gets the win is because I made the decision to get rid of the Freebirds out of the tag team division and make it where my tag teams, the Thunderfoots, the Fantastics, the Coolies, the Guerreros, etc., where those guys are the people in the tag team division. And now I'm going to put, and maybe the other people will be, where the other people will be for the other titles. We still have a lot of time, so I'm going to book more matches because I have a lot of people. I'm going to book Gordy in a squash against Barry Orton because Gordy needs to compete. Killer Tim Brooks. My problem is, my babyface roster is absolutely terrible. The babyface roster in this company is absolutely terrible. I know, but it's going to be a 7 or 8 minute match, so what's the difference? That's good enough. And we also have this. The only difference is, though, he's not competing. You know what? If he's not competing, let's save the debut then. We will have an interview, though, with Mark Lawrence standing by with Percy Pringle. And this is when Percy announces that his new client, will be debuting on this week's episode of World Class TV. The other thing I wanted to throw out there was this. The Von Erichs are winning the NWA tag team titles because I don't like having the tag titles on non-tag teams. And also, Jerry's a babyface, and Hercules is a heel. So, I don't like that either. Wait, what? Oh, duh. So, with the fact that heel-face tag team... Well, it's also 1983, and you might say, oh, heel-face tag teams would work closer to nowadays. You know, Lance Storm and... like the odd pairing tag teams. Like Lance Storm and Chris Candido, Daniel Bryan and Kane, Kane and... Was it Kane and somebody? The more recent one, I forget. Santino Marella and Kozlov. I mean, they were a joke, but remember, they were tag team champions for a bit. Missing Link wins after a distraction from Gary Hart, which further pushes Gary Hart's army against El Hijo del Tejas. And also, Link is now the Brass Knuckles champion. Killer Tim Brooks beats Johnny Mantel. Chris Adams successfully defends the WCCW television title against Matt Bourne. And if you remember the last episode of World Class Television, Bourne beat Adams to get the title shot. I know you may say that this is more modern booking than nowadays, in 83 booking, but it works, so I did it. As I mentioned, Percy Pringle is here to announce his client's that are coming along, and his client that he brought along with him, and his client will be making his debut on this week's episode of World Class Television. Every pay-per-view can't be like this, but every pay-per-view can have something special, because the Von Erich boys, David and Kerry, are the new NWA World Tag Team Champions, defeating Hercules Ayala and Jerry Briscoe, because who wants Hercules and Jerry Briscoe to be a tag team, let alone tag team champions? Bruiser Brody defeats Dick Murdoch via countout to continue their feud. And once again, they get one of, if not the highest rated match on the show. I can't imagine how... Brody's doing amazing. 87 in-ring performance. I can't imagine if I put him in the ring with somebody who actually... somebody who could actually have an 80 in-ring performance as well. Dickie could if he gets more popular, but the struggle is... I'm not a nationally syndicated company, so he can't get more popular in other places. He is in other places, but he can't get more popular. He can't get as popular as somebody would if they were in WWE or Georgia Championship Wrestling, or is it Georgia or Jim Crockett? I forget. One of those two have Ted Turner. I forget. Probably Georgia. Probably Georgia right now has Ted Turner still. So, I don't have that luxury of people getting extremely popular very quick because of the cable company I have, because also my events aren't on TV. They're not on TV, so people don't get popular don't get as popular because it's limited exposure. And speaking of that, Michael Hayes is the new NWA American Heavyweight Champion, defeating Kevin Von Erich. That means Michael Hayes is the new World Champion of World Class Championship Wrestling. And of course, as the heel he is, Michael wins via cheating. Michael wins via cheating to take the belt off Kevin and get the ball back in the court of the Freebirds as the feud continues. Yes, I know that the original plan had the Von Erichs and the Freebirds going head-to-head once again in the ring. Possibly 6-man tag team match. But plans changed when I saw the NWA World Tag Team Champions. And instead of putting the belts on Wendell Cooley and Frankie Lancaster or the Fantastics, I chose to put them on the Von Erichs, because the Von Erichs now will go other places. And could actually grow in popularity, which could in turn benefit me in the long run. Having the Von Erichs go other places and gain popularity and help the NWA, so basically what I'm saying is I had an ulterior motive to put the Von Erichs put the straps on the Von Erichs, because now they can gain popularity faster, I think, because now they can go other places. But either way, the Von Erichs get a win and the Freebirds get a win, with Michael beating Kevin, but David and Kerry are the new NWA Tag Team Champions, and Missing Link is the new NWA Brass Knuckles Champion. So two new WCCW championships changed hands tonight, and one NWA title changed hands also tonight, making this quite a big event for the month of March. And now we head to the month of February. Little did I know we were going backwards. Now we head to the month of April, and all I have to say to this is Let me know in the comment section below if you like how we're going with how things are going with World Class Championship Wrestling. And if you want to see anybody new join us in World Class, let me know down in the comment section, as we increased our popularity in one region due to the limited availability of the shows and the fact that we are still a regional company here in World Class. So we did increase popularity, but not by much. But either way, feedback is always welcomed and appreciated. But if you don't want to leave a comment, you can always leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. Till next time, later.